Object of Power, number 16-KE, the merry-go-round horse. The object was initially recovered in June of 1998. The Bureau's interest was sparked by stories of an abandoned amusement park which was experiencing some odd occurrences. A setting right out of a horror movie. I bet we're missing a lot of new films being stuck in here. How long before they get these lingering hiss out of here?
Did Anderson get reassigned?
Protection detail in the Foundation.
Come on, hurry up.
I get stuck with that detail.
There we go. The tip came from our very own America Overnight. As an aside, I request a transcript of episode 235 to be brought to me for further analysis. Callers in the area reported rumors of trespassers being chased away by something. It was later confirmed that 3 locals were found dead at the scene. Upon arriving, Bureau staff uncovered the merry-go-round horse was responsible. The object was able to move at extremely high speeds over a short distance. Inquiry. Based upon the records at my disposal, the exact nature or speed has not been measured. This can likely be determined with the director's consent. Since she is currently bound to this object, observation of her using it could provide valuable data. However, it would require more information to say for sure. It has previously been reported that her ability with OOP surpasses standard para-utilitarians. This data will be discussed in my report on OOP 5. Travel distance would also need to be measured when the object is left alone. This, however, could prove dangerous and is not recommended except under very controlled circumstances. Agents who arrived on scene were attacked by OOP-16. While Formula C5 affected the object, it did not subdue it completely. However, it was enough for the horse to be secured. Containment procedures confirm that in order to prevent it from acting up, the container must be below a certain size. Supposition. Without being able to verify these statements with an experiment, I feel we should have enough information to understand this behavior. If OOP-16 has a maximum travel distance, then it has a limited radius in which it can shift in one dash. If the room is smaller than this radius, it is unable to move. Abuse of this limitation would be recommended if any experiments are to be performed upon the merry-go-round horse. After being contained, there is evidence it was bound to someone for unknown reasons. In the containment document, the file confirms it is currently bound. No confirmation of who this individual is was disclosed. Interjection. At the time this report was recovered by the director, she had already bound it to herself. However, it is doubtful that she is the redacted name in the file. For that to be true, the documents would need to change themselves based upon current events. While the portraits within the oldest house have been shown to do this, there is no evidence of this occurring with Bureau documents. That being said, books that change have been observed within these walls. The members of the book club can speak to that. At some point prior to this invasion, OOP-16 broke out of its containment cell and went missing in the maintenance sector. In his memo, Acting Security Chief Arish did not specify how it escaped. Based upon containment procedures, the only likely explanation is that someone let it out for unknown reasons. That is, if the containment details are fully accurate. After this invasion, the horse became corrupted and hid in a space below a break room. Interjection. The nature of this space is not fully understood. Based upon video evidence brought back by an excursion team, it appears to be a supporting structure of the oldest house. A location that isn't formed into a usable space, like a vein cutting through the body. This begs further examination and could explain some things about the oldest house itself. Shortly after her arrival, the director recovered the horse and bound it to herself. From there, it was returned to the Panopticon where no further incidents were observed. Before finishing, I'd like to open a further investigation into the amusement park itself. I would like to make a formal request to determine who the original owners were and the circumstances surrounding the park closing down. Doing so might give us some insight into how this object was altered. There's also the question on whether or not the abandoned facility was used by any third party, whether that be vagrants or other individuals. Something sparked the alteration, which can be tracked back to someone or something. This concludes my report on OOP-16, the merry-go-round horse.
Hey, what's so funny?
Oh, nothing. The work is just talking to me again. You see, the force can only run free if the space is large enough. A container that's too small leaves it static, unable to move or grow.
Well, you just left the small cell for a bigger place. Maybe you'll learn to run again too.